Stephen Terry from the Hardwick, Abergavenny, just outside Abergavenny. Our philosophy is based on simple produce, local where possible, which is quite a lot. I mean, all our livestock and most of our veg is local. But what we don't get locally, you know, we get some nice stuff from Italy, France and Spain, but that's it. We don't get anything further than that. It's that whole less is more philosophy, because, you know, being clever is respecting the produce and, you know, bringing out the best of, you know, things like this. I mean, just beautiful local courgettes and flowers, you know, fantastic organic, you know, local tomatoes. You know, we've got an organic farm behind us here, and it's just that to me is the pleasure I get from my work.
We'll look at Sewen next.
Yep.
Famous sort of salmon, trout, Welsh ingredient, world renowned. But people, when they get hold of it, they don't know what to do with it.
No, I think one of the things that puts people off, I mean, you can see from looking at it, you know, you'd think that was just that salmon, but it's actually Sewen, which is sea trout. Yep. So a lot of people think it's going to be like a sort of a small brown sort of that trout with got loads of bones and everything, but this is, you know, they're up to sort of like, they're quite big. I mean, that's probably off about an 8-pound fish. It's a decent size. Yeah, so I like it. You know, it's a pleasure to use it, like I say. We're going to do, it just seemed nice, we can caramelise a bit of endive.
Lovely.
Some blood orange, parsley, capers, a little bit of cream, and it's just going to serve it with that. So it's quite a nice, quick and easy dish, but this is nice and bitter. Caramelise it a little bit, get a little bit of sort of like that sort of bit marmalade, you know, with the blood oranges and that, but not sweet as if it's like a dessert or anything. But the first thing, obviously, we need to get this on cooking, but I think what we'll do is just get this prepped first. Just remove any discoloured leaves from the edge. I mean, that's pretty much okay like so.
Right.
I just cut it in half. You've got a bit of stalk in there. So, which is normal, that's how it grows. I mean, it's not sort of, so you just remove that hard bit like so.
Is that much of a texture, or is there a lot of bitterness in that stalk?
No, it's just solid, you know, it's got a lot harder, you know. And then shred this up. I'm going to put a knob of butter into this pan here. And I've got some sugar. So butter and sugar. Yeah, and then we'll have the, so I'm just going to shred this up. With endive, it's light sensitive. That's why when it comes, it's packed in blue paper. So a little bit of discoloration. It's quite normal. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the nature of the actual ingredient.
So people shouldn't start panicking and putting it in a
No, I mean you can get it. I mean I've seen it in shops, the endive in shops. But it takes a while. You know, it takes about 5 minutes just to cook that down. So while that's happening, we need to just prep these oranges. So just top and tail these oranges. I'll use 2 oranges for this.
beautiful colour.
I mean, they all vary, you know. It's you know, it's. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but you know, that looks redder than that one, and then you open it up and that's redder inside. Now, you know, it's
like a Heston fruit. And we know what you like for not having any white pith on there.
I know. I don't like.
That's your pet hate.
Yeah, I don't. We done. Oh, that's right. We did it with the panettone, didn't we?
That's it, yeah. So anyone who saw the Christmas broadcast will know the scene with white pith.
Honestly, I love citrus fruits, but I just don't like that mouthfeel of the pith and the skin and everything. So I never eat the segments. Yeah. Joe's always like that, and I like cutting up, and I'd squeeze the juice, extract the juice, you know, and drink the juice. But I don't see any mouthfeel pleasure in eating segments of any citrus fruit.
But axial texture as well, isn't it? There's nothing to it.
No, to me they're designed for juice. Yeah, I'm not into that. Let's check this endive. So you see it's softened now. So that'll start to. And while that's done, we're going to put this Sewen in skin side down. I don't season the fish before I cook it. I don't see the point. I'd rather just do that afterwards. Some people season it before, and I don't understand that really. So little wee segments off of here. And obviously squeeze that there. So the salmon now starts to colour on the skin, like so. So I'll pop that in the oven now, just for about 3 minutes. I don't want to I want it to be nice and just sort of the heat's just touched it in the middle. Like someone sent their salmon back the other day, for them it wasn't cooked enough, but we cook it how we feel it should be cooked. And 9 times out of 10, or 99 times out of 100, that's fine for most people, but that one person wants to cook it a little bit more. Well, I don't have a problem with that, you know, but I do have a problem if they think I can't cook. Because, you know, ultimately, you know, they're the minority, you know. You know, I'm the minority when it comes to a lot of things, but not when it comes to cooking. You know? So I put that orange juice on there now. So straight away you can see that's... So I need some salt. That's sugar. Thank you. Yeah, always Hallamon. We use Hallamon, definitely. I think Hallamon salt's just it's the only salt for me, really. Bit of parsley, which, you know, a lot of people don't cook parsley enough. You know, parsley needs cooking. You know, I've got a few capers in there, which is a different acidity to this. That's a more vinegary acidity as opposed to that citrus acidity. Which is nice. Let's change it completely now. Splash of cream.
Would you always use double cream for cooking?
For a sauce, yeah. And in all fairness, we don't use a lot of cream, you know, really. Well, I like creamed on leaf. I think it finishes it nicely, you know. It's, the other thing I'm just going to put in here is a little bit of, just a little bit of watercress, but just sort of the tops of the cress. Just give it a slight pepperiness.
Yeah.
It's
just another texture and another flavour.
Yeah, I love watercress. Love it. Not so mad on the stalks, but I like the actual leaf, you know. So that's coming together nice and tight now. It's a very simple sort of way of cooking, but I think it's very effective. That, you know, it's just a really nice salmon with something, you know. As I was talking to my brother-in-law last night, and he just did a very simple roast chicken with pesto and potatoes cooked underneath the chicken while it was roasting. And I said, I'd like to be able to do that for 4 people: roast chicken, pesto, and potato whatever's, you know. Because, you know, yeah, it's the sort of thing you could do at home maybe, but I think in a restaurant, it's got to be absolutely the best roast chicken you've ever tasted, you know, and beautifully cooked. And I think once you can do that. Okay, salmon's cooked, or Sewen is cooked. Just grab a plate. So,
It's almost got the colour of like a warm coleslaw, isn't it?
it does look a bit coleslaw-y.
Lovely colour.
Like so, a couple of the old blood orange segments. Yeah. There we are. Very, you know, very vibrant on the eye, but as they say, proof's in the pudding. Come and taste. I'll get some knives and forks.